Coming up, hitting the road. This summer could make for the great escape as the nation hits a key milestone. Half of American adults are fully vaccinated. Plus, we'll get some ideas for your family's road trip. Plus, here comes the sun. Just how does sunscreen work? Dr. Torres will explain. Then, we'll take a look at the history behind Memorial Day, why, and more importantly, who we celebrate on this national holiday. And inspiring kids, a California teen kickstarts a mission to help kids fighting cancer, and it's scoring big. And they're back. The cicadas are making some noise across the country. We'll explain.
This is NBC Nightly News, Kids Edition.
Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. It's always great to be with you, and here we are in this Memorial Day weekend. I'm coming to you from our studios in Los Angeles today. We've got an awesome lineup ahead, from the history behind Memorial Day to an inspiring kid we can't wait for you to meet. Plus, we'll head to Colorado to meet this baby rhino at the Denver Zoo. That's a big baby. And find out what makes this animal so special. But we begin with our top story and some good news. This weekend traditionally marks the unofficial start to summer, and with about half of American adults fully vaccinated, experts are predicting a really busy summer travel season. Our friend Kristen Dahlgren is here with some ideas to make the most of it as families once again hit the road.
Let's face it, kids, last summer was a bust, but things are looking up this year.
We're excited to go to Tennessee and visit the Smoky Mountains.
I'm looking forward to going to Idaho to see my grandma Sandy.
I want to go to Colorado to climb the mountains.
This summer could make for the great escape. If your family's planning a trip, you'll still need to wear a mask in airports, on airplanes, and inside stores that require them. Many hotels, not all, will let fully vaccinated people go maskless. So will many theme parks.
If your whole family is fully vaccinated, now is the time that you can start to move back towards normal.
Those of you under 12 probably won't be vaccinated yet, but experts say your risk is low, especially if you take precautions like wearing a mask and keeping that social distance.
I love to take road trips with my family, and I like to go to Montana. On the way, we usually stop to national parks.
Stopping at national parks is a great idea. In fact, a good road trip starts before you even get in the car. Ask your parents if you can help plan the route. Maybe take a good old-fashioned paper map and trace the roads you're taking. Sometimes being on the road can make you car sick. A study showed kids between 4 and 13 are most likely to get what's sometimes called motion sickness. Your brain is getting mixed signals since the car is moving, but you're sitting still. Sometimes you can feel better if you open windows. The wind on your face can help your brain know you're moving. Also, look outside the car. Focus on something far away like a sign or a mountain range. Stop reading or playing on a phone.
If it keeps on happening and none of those things that we talked about help, your mom or your dad can definitely talk to your pediatrician to see if maybe there might be a medicine that you can take for future car rides.
Of course, you can also try a distraction like a car game.
I love road trips, and I like to play I Spy while we're waiting in the car.
Or maybe play 20 questions, the license plate game. See how many states you can see. Or think up a scavenger hunt ahead of time. Then check off when you see things like a school bus, a silo, or a dog in the car next to you. It will help pass the time and maybe prevent that question your parents dread. Are we there yet? Remember, getting there can be part of the fun.
All right, Kristen, great information. Thanks much. And I am a big fan of the license plate game, too. Well, speaking of summer and traveling, one thing you'll definitely want to pack is some sunscreen. And it got us thinking, how exactly does sunscreen work and why do we need it? Our pal, Dr. John Torres, explains.
Hi! All questions about staying safe in the sun. We wear hats, sunglasses, and sunscreen. But how does sunscreen work?
That is a great question. We all need sun to keep us healthy, but too much sun can damage our skin, which is why we wear sunscreen. When the sun shines, it sends two types of ultraviolet, or UV rays, to Earth. UVA rays go deep into your skin, causing it to age and wrinkle. UVB rays are absorbed by the top layer of skin and cause sunburns. The goal is to stop both. That's where sunscreen comes in. Sunscreen can work in two ways. It can reflect the UV rays away from your skin, or it can absorb the rays before they get into your skin. Most sunscreen does a bit of both. Another term you'll see on sunscreen, SPF. It stands for Sun Protection Factor. This number tells you how long the sun's UV rays would take to redden your skin with sunscreen versus without. For example, if it takes 5 minutes to get a sunburn, if you wear sunscreen with SPF 30, it would take about 150 minutes, or 2.5 hours to get a sunburn. Summer is a great time to be outside, so here are a few tips to stay safe while enjoying the sun. Sit in the shade if you can. Wear sunglasses or a hat to protect your eyes too, and apply sunscreen. Try to do this 30 minutes before you go outside so it has time to activate. Then reapply every 2 hours. And if you're playing in the water, make sure it's waterproof. And don't get tricked by a cloudy day. Even on overcast days, the sun's UV rays can make it through the clouds.
Sunburns are usually kind of sneaky. Sunburns can be hard to feel at the time that they're happening. That's why applying sunscreen regularly, even when your mom asks, at the pool every 2 hours, is the best way to prevent that damage happening and that pain happening on your skin.
Now, if you do get sunburned, take a cold bath, apply aloe vera gel or moisturizer, and do your best not to scratch. But don't let this scare you. It's important we all get some sun. It gives our body vitamin D, which helps us get stronger and healthier bones. It also helps improve our mood and reduce stress.
It's so important for us all to go outside, kids and moms and dads. So please go outside and don't be scared, because you have great ways to keep your body healthy, from sunscreens and shirts and shades.
So grab that sunscreen and get ready for a safe and hopefully sunny summer.
And joining us now is Dr. John Torres. And Dr. John, what a great explanation of sunscreen. I learned a few things there. And speaking of sun, as you said, some sun is good for you, but with the summer heat, what else should kids and adults keep in mind as we head into the summer months?
And you're right, we all love to be outside. That sunscreen is extremely important, but so are a couple of other things. One, remember that sun can dry you out, meaning you'll get dehydrated, so you don't want to do that. Make sure you take a water bottle with you with a lot of water, and throughout the day, just drink as much as you can during the day. That'll keep you from getting dehydrated. But in addition to the sunscreen, you remember there's a lot of bugs out there as well. So get that bug spray. That's going to protect you from the two big ones we worry about, mosquitoes and ticks. So on top of the sunscreen, bug spray, and then drink plenty of water, Lester.
Okay, Dr. John Torres, thank you as always.
You bet.
All right, well, Monday is Memorial Day. It's a national holiday, but the holiday is more than a day off from school and time at the pool or family barbecue. Our friend Courtney Cubey explains why, and more importantly, who we celebrate on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend. For most of us, it means 3 days of barbecues, splashing at the pool, and time with family. But Memorial Day is actually about so much more.
Hi, I'm Rudinsky Joseph, and I'm in 2nd grade. I want to know, what is Memorial Day? Why do we celebrate it?
Memorial Day is a holiday that honors the men and women who have died serving in the U.S. military. Americans have been remembering fallen service members every spring for more than 150 years. On May 5, 1868, a Union Army soldier named General John Logan called for a national day of remembrance for the soldiers who died fighting in the Civil War. He proclaimed that every May 30th, men and women should lay flowers on the graves of fallen troops. That year, General James Garfield, who later became President Garfield, spoke at Arlington National Cemetery, and volunteers decorated the graves of more than 20,000 Civil War soldiers buried there.
Why do they call it Memorial Day?
Actually, it was originally called Decoration Day because Americans would decorate the graves of soldiers killed during the Civil War. Over time, though, as Americans fought and died in other wars, the day began to commemorate those killed in all conflicts and became known as Memorial Day. For years, it was celebrated every May 30th. Then, in 1968, Congress passed a law establishing it as the last Monday in May. Today, many Americans mark the day by attending parades, visiting cemeteries, and watching fireworks. And the tradition that first began in 1868 at Arlington National Cemetery still continues every year, with flags placed at all 400,000 graves and a ceremony with the President of the United States and senior military leaders from all the services. The U.S. military is made up of 6 services or branches: the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and the newest branch, Space Force. So what should you say to a service member on Memorial Day? Well, let's ask a veteran. Retired Rear Admiral John Kirby served in the Navy for 29 years. Now a civilian, he's still working at the Pentagon as the press secretary. So what should we say to someone in the military or a veteran on Memorial Day?
I think it's important to remember that Memorial Day, unlike so many other holidays, isn't really a happy day. It's not a cause for celebration. It's a chance for the country to take a breath and remember all the men and women who have died serving in the military. So I think the most appropriate thing to do when you come across somebody that you know has served or is serving now is just simply thank them for that service and to recognize that they volunteered to defend this country and that it matters to you, that it's special to you.
To everyone, have a safe Memorial Day weekend, and to the service members and veterans out there, thank you for your service.
Courtney, thanks very much for that, and thanks to all the military for their service. Okay, time now for our pop quiz, where we put you to the test. What is the first official national mammal of the U.S.? Is it the brown bear? Is it B, the American bison? Or C, the bald eagle? We'll have the answer coming up after the break. Just ahead, juggling act. This teen has a big goal in mind, helping kids fight cancer. Her inspiring story just ahead. Also ahead, this baby rhino is grabbing lots of attention. We'll pay a visit to the Denver Zoo and get some details about these fascinating animals. Plus, they're back. What you need to know about the cicadas just ahead. And Trick Shot. We'll introduce you to a young hockey star whose mission is scoring big goals. Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. Now let's get the answer to our pop quiz. What is the first official national mammal of the U.S.? A, the brown bear, B, the American bison, or C, the bald eagle? The answer is B, the American bison. The American bison was named the national mammal of the United States in 2016. And did you know that bisons are the largest mammal in North America? They're amazing. Well, speaking of mammals, we want to head to Colorado and introduce you to one of the Denver Zoo's newest additions. Joining us now is rhino zookeeper Chris Bobko and Juna, a baby rhino, and her mom. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us about this baby.
Well, Juna is really special. She is actually our very first greater one-horn calf here at the Denver Zoo. And Juna just turned 1 on February 22nd of this past year.
And I can see she eats a lot. She's not turning anything being fed to her down right now. I know the Denver Zoo has been open now, reopened for several months. How is she interacting with visitors?
Juna is actually doing fantastic with our visitors. She really loves people, and that was something that was pretty kind of sad for us, is when Juna was born last February 22nd, within 4 weeks we actually had to shut down to our guests. So Juna really became a true beacon of joy and hope for literally thousands of people within our community and actually across the nation.
You know, the rhinos are so fascinating to look at. They almost look prehistoric. Give me some fun facts about rhinos. Like, for example, what do they eat besides romaine lettuce?
So rhinos are actually my favorite animal. They're my passion. And so some really cool things about rhinos is the greater one-horn rhino, which Juna is. They're actually grass eaters, but they also can eat branches and other items like that.
So tell me, do one-year-old rhinos have fun? Are they playful at all?
Yes, Gina loves to spend her time playing in the pools, splashing in the mud.
What makes this animal so special?
You know, rhinos have been on this earth for over 60 million years in some form. They're actually very smart. I consider them on the level of dog intelligence. And they're just, why I love them so much and why I would love kids to connect with them is because when you look into a rhino's eye, you actually see just wisdom and gentleness.
Chris, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge about them and sharing them with us today.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
All right. Well, with temperatures warming up, there's a sound you may be hearing in your backyard that could be bugging you. It's none other than the cicadas.
My name's Emily, and I live in Maryland. And my question is, why did the cicadas come out in the first place? Is it because that it was hot out? Bye. I love Nightly News Kids Edition.
Well, here to help us answer those questions is our friend Carrie Sanders.
Lester, Emily's actually onto something because the warmer temperatures do coincide with the arrival of the cicadas. But the experts are not sure why this happens every 17 years. They're coming out of the ground across a swath of the United States right now. And even before you can see the billions of cicadas, you can hear them. Oh, that noise. And then to look at them, big red eyes, wings, and they're everywhere, everywhere.
They're disgusting. I don't like the way they look because they just freak me out.
I just feel creepy. I feel like they're on me.
And to think they've been there all along, just under your feet, waiting for 17 years to come back up to the surface. Michael Raup is an entomologist. That means he's a bug expert. His nickname is Dr. Bug.
Are cicadas disgusting? Well, to some they might be disgusting, but to me they're beautiful. Beautiful vermilion eyes, a jet black body, wonderful orange wings, and their chorus is going to be like nothing else on this planet.
That noise is made by the boy cicadas, rubbing their wings together. They're trying to get the attention of the quiet girl cicadas.
How do the cicadas know it's time to wake up? We're not really sure. We think they may have a tiny molecular clock somewhere in their tiny brains that basically they're counting off those 17 years underground.
Once out, they begin molting. Molting means shedding skin to make way for new growth. And then, just like that, after a few weeks, they disappear back underground.
If you're 10 years old, this will happen again in 17 years. You'll be 27 years old. You might even have kids of your own at that point. Lester, it'll be the year 2038.
All right, Carrie, thanks so much for that. Now let's switch gears and head to Canada, where a 5-year-old boy is capturing lots of attention these days, thanks in part to his trick shots. But it's the mission behind his passion that's truly remarkable. Our friend Kevin Tibbles has details.
Watch out, all you hockey stars. Because 5-year-old Deccan Gill is a pint-sized sharpshooter extraordinaire. His dad, Manny, put a stick in Deccan's hands before he was even a year old, and Deccan turned it into his magic wand.
I was really excited about when I saw how good he actually was.
I thought he was biased. I thought, okay, you just think your first child is God's gift to the world and he's going to be amazing. I was like, yeah.
But Deccan just kept getting better. His favorite targets are anything from action figures to other toys. He's also the master of the trick shot.
What's the hardest shot you've ever taken in terms of a trick?
I shot in the basketball net.
You shot the puck in a basketball net? From the ground?
From so far.
You're blindfolded? Okay, go. 3-pointer blindfolded. Let's go. Put it in. You did it!
Deccan lives just outside of Toronto, a hockey hotbed, especially during the Stanley Cup playoffs. So you can probably guess who his favorite team is.
Who is your favorite hockey team?
Maple Leafs.
Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yes.
And his favorite player is the Maple Leafs speedster, William Nylander. But Deccan is facing far more serious challenges away from hockey. Diagnosed with a form of muscular dystrophy that interferes with the growth of his muscles.
I think the way I looked at it was, okay, I don't know how much time we do have of him being as physically able as he is now, so let's make the most of every second of it.
From devastating news, determination.
There's so many therapies and so much research happening in the field right now that things are progressing really fast.
And with his wildly popular videos and participation, Deccan has helped raise more than $100,000 for research with his Super Deccan web pages. And before the nimble pre-kindergartner disappeared, he wanted to leave us with this memory. Take it away, Deccan.
Oh!
All right, Kevin, thank you. Finally, in our Inspiring Kids series, a young soccer star has a big goal in mind, helping kids fight cancer. For a busy 16-year-old, Hollis Belger finds a way to juggle quite a lot. The high school junior is not only an avid soccer player, but the founder of her own charity.
I was like, I can do this really, really well. I'm confident in my ability to go out every single day and juggle. So why not use that confidence and use it for something greater?
That inspiration kickstarted Hollis's mission she named Juggling for Jude, a social media challenge raising money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, benefiting kids fighting cancer.
These kids were just like me. They went to school, they played sports, they hung out with their friends, and their lives were just flipped upside down uncontrollably. And I was like, I want to make their mission established in my own community.
A goal Hollis has been able to score. She documents her soccer juggling skills on Instagram, sets new challenges, hosts events, and inspires others to give soccer a try while donating to a worthy cause.
Hey guys, so I'm doing the Juggling for Jude challenge.
Hollis's current record, 5,350 consecutive juggles without dropping the ball.
Woo! Juggling has created such a community, and we're all doing it for a greater cause.
A cause her mom says is part of who she is.
It's just in her DNA at this point, and I think that I want her to continue on this path of making the world a better place.
Juggling for Jude has even inspired professional athletes from all over the world to donate.
In honor of Juggling for Jude, I challenged my teammates to see how many juggles they could get.
Raising over $500,000 since she started juggling at age 9, Hollis hopes to double that success soon.
It has given me just a sense of purpose in life. Like, I feel, you know, I wake up and I feel like I've done something. I've been a part of something bigger than myself.
Something as big as kicking cancer to the curb.
Giving back has so many benefits, and it's just gonna help create a better world.
This is harder than it looks. Well, Hollis, you're good at it. Keep at it. Thank you very much. That's going to do it for us, parents. Just a reminder, if your child has a question about any topic in the news, email a video to us at nightlynewskids@nbcuni.com, and we'll try to answer them in an upcoming episode. You can also follow us on Instagram. Also, just a program note, you can catch a new episode of Nightly News Kids Edition every Thursday on NBCnews.com and YouTube. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and remember, take care of yourself and each other. I'm going back to practice now. So it's like that. Ooh, ouch.